Being told I smell good is one of my favorite compliments in the world. It makes me feel like my perfume addiction and egregious spending habits are actually worth it in some capacity. So today I wanted to share with you my most complimented perfumes so that you can also be told that you smell really good. Before we get started on this list, if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you are returning, oh my god, don't ask me what happened to my arm. I could not tell you. But if you're returning, as always, thank you so much for being here. Let's just get straight into it. So I guess first and foremost, I will talk about how I kind of apply perfume because I feel like that is such a big part of getting your fragrance to actually project and perform and be noticed by people. So I've expressed this like multiple times throughout my channel, I have a very sensitive nose and I get headaches very easily. I'm not what one would consider like an oversprayer. Like I definitely don't spray a lot of perfume when I wear it just because I can get really overwhelmed easily. I would say in any given day, I will never exceed like 10 sprays, and that includes like on the skin, on the clothes, hair, head to toe. So yeah, I guess like comparatively, I think I spray pretty low amount of perfume, but generally where I apply it is I will do one spray on each wrist, and then I'll either do 1 to 2 sprays on kind of the front of the neck and then another one on the back of the neck, just so that you can get like a really nice trail of your perfume, and the sillage it'll make the perfume really follow you. And then I will do another spray just like up top, like over my hair kind of. I typically don't spray it like too close to the point where like I can feel the perfume on my scalp, because like there's something about the feeling of a fragrance on my scalp that just does not sit right with me. So kind of just like up top over myself, and I let the perfume kind of like flow down on me. So that's about like 5 to 6 of like the sprays that I apply daily. The rest of them I do kind of just like a couple sprays just over my clothes, and depending on the perfume I will do more or less. So if it's like a very strong projecting perfume, I won't need to apply like many additional sprays. But I think the main principle is that you want to apply the perfume on kind of the heat points of your body to really amplify the smell and have it kind of envelop you in the scent of the perfume. When it comes to fragrances, your body heat is definitely your friend because it can help to really bring out the perfume. Another, I guess, cardinal perfume sin that I think every perfume YouTuber really harps on is the act of like rubbing your wrists together once you apply your fragrances. I think people are so dramatic when it comes to rubbing your wrist. Like they'll act like it will completely like denature and just like destroy the performance of your fragrance, which I don't think is entirely true. I don't think perfume is intended to be kind of like rubbed against your skin, and so I don't do it. But like I typically will do like a little bit of tapping just so that I can kind of disperse the fragrance onto different parts of my skin, but like very gently without like rubbing away the scent, if that makes sense. I think everyone has a different way of applying perfume, but this is just kind of the steps that I take. I think for the most part works really well for me because I don't kind of get overwhelmed by the perfume that I'm wearing, and also I get like a good amount of compliments. But again, because I'm not like a chronic oversprayer, and I also never leave the house and am rarely in close proximity to other people, the fact that I receive as many compliments as I do, I think is really testament that these fragrances I'm about to mention are so attention capturing and really will just have people tell you you smell good and ask you what you're wearing. Okay, so let's actually get into the list. Of course, I have to mention my beloved Mod Vanilla, and especially like look how dark like the juice of this perfume is now. Like this has been maturing and macerating for years now. The juice is so dark, it lasts forever, it projects beautifully. This is just such a sweet, decadent, ethereal kind of fragrance that is like so deliciously sweet, but also perfumey in a way because of how musky it is, that I think really draws people's attention. This is such a highly complimented fragrance because it's just a crowd-pleasing and widely appealing scent. There's a reason why it's been my like absolute favorite fragrance for years. Another perfume that I get a ton of compliments on is the Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid by Viktor and Rolf. This one, in terms of performance, is definitely a step up from the original Flower Bomb, and like not just one step, but like multiple steps, because this one projects like a beast. Truly, like people will smell you from 5-10 feet away. It's such a strong perfume, but it's also really just yummy, and it smells juicy and kind of decadent, and like the color red. There's no pomegranate note, but I feel like this reminds me of exactly how like juicy pomegranate seeds would smell smell like. It's so beautifully done, leaves a really beautiful scent trail. And I feel like whenever you wear this, people around you will be like, oh my god, something smells really good, because it just smells really good. I think this is definitely a fragrance that just has that like perfume it factor. Like there's something in this, in the way that their perfume wears and like the kind of scent profile that is so alluring. And it's like the kind of smell that people will catch a whiff of and be like, oh my god, like something smells really good. Like they can tell that someone in the near vicinity is wearing a really bomb perfume. Wait, no pun intended. That was not planned like at all. Next up, I wanted to mention Lactea Divina by Paris Corner. This is the only fragrance that I have had someone follow me down the aisle of a grocery store to ask me what I was wearing. And they like pulled out the notes app and everything, had me spell out the fragrance so that they could write it down, which honestly is really a surprise to me because I feel like this scent profile is so unique and not really one that would immediately make someone go like, oh my god, like you smell so good. What are you wearing? Clearly, I thought wrong because this elicited such a, I don't want to say like extreme because it was very like endearing, but like I've also never had someone follow me and come up to me to ask me what I'm wearing like that. So I guess there's something in this that smells really niche and special. This is of course a dupe for Blanche Bette. So just a beautifully soft and milky, coconutty kind of scent. It's very unisex. It's super unique. Kind of smells like Old Navy flip-flops, but like in a really good way. For how incredibly affordable this fragrance is, it just performs incredibly. So this is definitely one to check out, and I guess anecdotally it is one that has drawn a lot of attention for me, and like in a positive way. I feel like I can't make a most complimented video without mentioning Cloud, and it's not even particularly Cloud. I feel like it's just the Baccarat Rouge DNA in general that is so timeless and iconic, and like every time someone smells it, it's like they like have to acknowledge how good it smells. It's soft, it's sweet, it smells really luxurious. And these days I really don't wear Cloud a ton anymore, but when it was one of like the first perfumes in my collection, I feel like every time I wore it out, like I would always get compliments on how I smelled. So this is such a great perfume to start with just because it smells so crowd pleasing. And obviously there will always be some people who complain of it smelling like burnt plastic, which to that I kind of understand because there is a very heavily synthetic note in this that is understandably reminiscent of plastic to some noses. But I don't know, I think this is such a beautiful and sweet and delicious, super crowd-pleasing fragrance that will always have people telling you you smell good. Next up, a very new perfume to my collection is Sniff's Gentle Reminder. I have really been loving this fragrance. As I mentioned in one of my shorts, this is an ube milk tea kind of perfume. And I really have not owned this perfume for very long at all. But when I did wear it out, I received a compliment. And so I just wanted to include it in this video because I feel like this is a really delicious and uplifting scent that I think is really gonna have people telling you you smell good because it has this kind of clean, airy feeling from the lavender in it, but at the same time, it's really creamy and milky and smells really delicious and sugary, but like not over the top. It's just a very well done kind of gourmand scent. It's not super strong, but it does leave a very beautiful scent trail. So I probably sound like a broken record the way I have mentioned Dolce & Gabbana's The Only One in Tens so many times on this channel. Like, how could I not? Every time I catch a whiff of this, I swear it like signals something in my brain. Like something goes off and I'm like, oh my god, like something smells so good. I don't know what it is. Like it's the jasmine and green apple and vanilla and coconut in this perfume just blend to make this incredible, like super crowd-pleasing perfumey kind of scent bubble. I think it really is reflected in the number of times that people have told me I smell good when I wear this fragrance. This again to me is another perfume that I think really has like this perfume it factor. Like when people smell this, they just are like, oh my god, something or someone smells so good. So yeah, I feel like anytime I really want my scent to project, and just like if I want attention in general, honestly, I will put this fragrance on because like without fail, it will get you compliments. I don't think I have ever worn Libre Le Parfum out and not received a compliment. This, on kind of the same train as The Only One in Tens, is just such an incredibly crowd-pleasing, like, oh my god, you smell so good kind of scent. This is like the epitome of a very luxurious smelling perfume with a deep, really sophisticated kind of sweetness to back it up. It smells like rich honey and nectar with a little bit of spice from the ginger, and has just this beautifully done orange blossom and lavender that I think really makes it stand apart from all of the other Libra flankers. This one easily is the flanker that has gotten me the most compliments. It performs so incredibly, leaves such a good scent trail. Really, this is such a strong projecting fragrance that it's like impossible to wear this and not have someone tell you smell good. The next perfume I wanted to mention is Ness Vanilla Bourbons. This is another relatively new perfume to my collection. In the very short time that I've owned it, I have received a ton of compliments while wearing this perfume. This perfume actually has really great performance. I don't find that the longevity is like all day. I would say it kind of caps out at 5 to 6 hours. But for those first hours especially, I think the projection is really deceptively large. Like, this is a very kind of soft and delicate smelling perfume with these beautiful touches of citrus. So you wouldn't expect it to create this really amazing long-lasting scent bubble the way that it does. But yeah, as I've been wearing this perfume more and more, I feel like every time I wear it, I can really smell it around me for many hours, and that's not something that I can say about a lot of perfumes. This has a wide and beautiful sillage without being super headache-inducing. And last but not least, possibly the most complimented perfume in my collection, and one that I literally cannot shut up about because I am obsessed with this perfume, is of course Kayali's Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar. Not everyone is gonna love the perfume, but as they say, the girls that get it, get it. If you love a good, just like over the top candy sweet, sugary sweet, bubblegum, gummy bear kind of scent with touches of like perfuminess that kind of elevate the scent and make it not super juvenile, this is really a perfume that is going to appeal to you. And I think this perfume really appeals to a wide audience because it just smells so delicious. I would say especially the first like hour of wear is when you really get this like bright, juicy bubblegum and candied pear, and it's so mouth-wateringly sweet. And it is like inevitable that people will tell you smell amazing because it's so delicious and just wears so beautifully. I think I try to be quite wary about perfumes that are this sweet because they can come off as childish and also just be offensive to some noses, but there's something about this that just smells so incredible. It wears deceptively really beautifully. So typically perfumes that have this level of total candy sweetness will kind of turn not really sour, but just like kind of musty in a way on my skin. Like, they just don't work well with my skin chemistry, and I doubt they work well with a ton of other people just because they are too sweet and like the perfume is not done right. But this one checks all the boxes. It's so incredibly delicious while also being really wearable. It's so crowd pleasing. You may think that this incredibly candy sweet perfume is mainly going to appeal to a younger audience, but what I will say is that in my experience, the bulk of people who have complimented me on my scent when wearing this fragrance have actually been of the older generation. So I really think that this is a perfume for anyone who loves a delicious sweet vanilla candied pear smell. So that wraps up my list of the most complimented perfumes in my collection. If you want to be told you smell good, I would 100% recommend checking out the fragrances on this list. At the very least, in my experience, I have received so many compliments from these perfumes. These fragrances are like my cheat code for when I am craving attention and want people to tell me that I smell good. I do want to reiterate that the most important and valuable compliment is the one that comes from yourself when it comes to fragrance. So I would not focus too much on appealing to other people's noses and preferences, and more to just like what you love wearing on yourself and smelling. So even though it is great to get attention from people, I would say above all, just wear what makes you happy, so long as it isn't like suffocating and awful for the people around you. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so, and I hope you're all well, and we'll see you very soon.